Here I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can cut your jump rings. The simplest and probably the easiest, and only works on larger jump rings, is use your flush cut pliers. You just got to make sure that your flush cuts are cut in the right direction each cut, so that you're getting the right flush cut on each cut, and then you've got a little jump ring that is released on each one. But then I got to go and cut a nice clean in on this one again, and then I'll cut the next one, and then I've got a nice little clean jump ring. So you can use your flush cuts, but you got to be kind of careful, because sometimes you'll cut the next row, but also you can break the tip of your flush cuts. But that works for cutting some larger jump rings. Another method we've got is to use a little jig. This was made by one of my colleagues, and it works pretty well. You've got to feed your coil onto a saw blade before you can do this, and then my blade broke immediately. So let's put another saw blade on there, and we'll get another saw blade, and I'll show you how to feed it through the coil then. So I put the saw blade on the bottom, and then I'll feed it through the coil, and then I'll tighten my saw blade up, and then, if this is tight enough, I can just cut it in this jig like this, and I'll cut all my jump rings at once. Woo! A bunch of them just released. And the nice thing about using a saw versus the flush cuts is you get a really nice, clean connection at the end of these jump rings. And then when I bend those together, they're completely tight and very nice little jump rings. An alternative method, and this is the method I usually use when I cut jump rings, is I find my bench pin, wherever that may be, my ring clamp, if I can find it. And I'll come back to the ring clamp.